And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Prescott looks to throw on first. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the world.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darian Beavers. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Giants 10, Cowboys 9. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his...
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that the safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Open man right side is Tony. On the move past the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Now Lawrence. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Giants 17, Cowboys 2. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Prescott. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They keep it with Barkley on first down to about the 40-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 40 now on second down, Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On third down, Lawrence. This one to Slayton over the middle. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up fourth down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, it's hauled in by Tony. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Barkley again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now a hit and a loose football. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
On the return is Cohen.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Yeah. On the ball.
On play action, Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Forced out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah,
and now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From the 45 on second down, Lawrence. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Cooper, the man in motion right. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down carry for Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Lawrence will throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Throw right side caught by Ridley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down and goal. Lawrence, and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception up.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
We go!
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
106 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So a big play there on fourth, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
They'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Giants,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.